Today, I'm going to tell you why pour cost percentage is variance percentage's little bitch. Yeah, that's right. Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from BarPatrol.net. Welcome to another episode of the Ask Dave Show. Today's question comes from Barry in Atlanta, Georgia. Barry asked me, Dave, what is the difference between pour cost percentage and variance percentage, and which one is better? So ultimately, they both have a place as a financial indicator in your business, but one is definitely superior to the other. And by the title of this video and the intro, I'm sure you figured it out already, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Variance percentage is king when it comes to running a successful business. And the reason why is pour cost percentage can't tell you what you're losing in your bar. In other words, it's not gonna show you what's missing. So back in 2010, when I started Bar Patrol, and I was still young and green and pounding the pavement, I would walk into hundreds of bars and speak with bar owners and managers, and I tell them about Bar Patrol app, and it's gonna save you a ton of time, a ton of money, and a lot of them would say, hey, that sounds great, but my pour cost percentage is good right now. And this drove me absolutely crazy because they know where their pour cost percentage is at, but they had no idea where it should be, all right? What do I mean by this? Let me explain. Let's start with pour cost percentage, and then we'll move on to why variance percentage kicks cost percentage's ass. Okay, so what is cost percentage? What does it tell us? Cost percentage tells us the gross profit margin on our products. Okay, in kindergarten terms, if you have a 21% pour cost percentage, you're making 79 cents for every dollar that you sell. And that knowledge, that's a good thing. I'm not disputing that at all. But here's why pour cost percentage is such a weak indicator and can't tell you how accurately the bartenders are pouring. All right, so many different factors go into pour cost percentage, including bartender theft, but that's just one factor. All right, it also is, what you buy your products at, what you sell them at, and how much of each product you're selling at or menu item. And it's this last factor that bar owners and managers rarely take into account. For instance, let's take a look at well liquor that pours at 5 or 6%, depending on the bar you work in, as opposed to a more premium product like Grey Goose or Belvedere that pours at 17 or 18%, or even 25% in some bars, and some liquors pour even higher than that. So what if your bar pours a ton of well liquor at 5 or 6%? In fact, I worked with a bar a while ago, and they were all fired up over their 18% pour cost until I went deeper into the product mix and realized that they poured 80% of their liquor was well liquor because they had a beer and shot special. So what they should have been at is 13% based on all the well liquor they were serving. So this is the problem we're dealing with, is they knew where they were at, but they didn't know where they should have been. Now, let's say that your liquor percentage is 23% in your bar. Is that bad? Again, we don't know. What if you pour a ton of premium liquor now in your bar? All right, 23% is really not that bad. In fact, it's actually a good thing because premium products pour at a much higher profit. Take a look. So let's start with well liquor. We'll take a well liquor shot, we'll break it down. Let's say well liquor costs you 25 cents per shot. You sell it for $5, that's going to make your cost percentage 5%. You can see the math there. 25 cents divided by $5, that's how we figure cost percentage. Your profit in this case is $4.75. $5 minus 25 cents. It's that simple. That's how well liquor breaks down. Let's talk about Grey Goose now. Let's move it up a level. We're pouring premium now. Grey Goose costs $1.60 per shot. You sell it at $9, your cost percentage is now 18%, but your profit is $7.40. So I'm going to ask you, which would you rather have? The lower cost percentage or the higher profit? I hope you said higher profit, or I'm going to have to dip you in boiling tar. We can't put percentages in the bank. We put dollars in the bank, so we will always take the higher profit over lower cost percentage. Okay, let's take it one more level. Let's talk about Don Julio. Don Julio costs $5.85 per shot. That's expensive. But in this case, we sell it for $20 per shot. I see it higher in a lot of places. We sell it for $25 a shot. The cost percentage in this case is 29%. That seems very high. However, your profit is $14.15. That is outrageous, and you will always take Don Julio 1942 over well liquor no matter the cost percentage. We want profit first. My point is, if you sell a bunch of Grey Goose or Don Julio 1942 in your bar, you're going to have a higher pour cost percentage. That's just a fact. Or God forbid, if you pour a bunch of wine pours at 30 to 35%. All right, if you lump all of your products together, your liquor, your wine, your beer, at just one bar product, pour cost percentage, your cost percentage is gonna be way up if you pour a lot of wine. A smart bar manager would tell the bartenders to pour a ton of well liquor. If he has an owner hounding them all the time, bring the cost percentage down, and it would. That would bring the cost percentage way down. Problem is, profits suffer, right? Counterintuitive. Right? Now are you seeing why pour cost percentage is not the holy grail of figuring out the financial health of your bar? So on that note, let's move on to variance really quickly to finish up and find out why I'm all over its nuts. Okay, and let's start with what variance is. Unlike pour cost percentage, variance shows you physically what's missing in your bar. It doesn't rely on wholesale costs or the retail price that you sell it at. It finds that gap of what the bartenders are ringing in versus what they're actually pouring. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we can find out where the leaks are. We can find out what's happening to our profits. We can get some real insights into our business. And this is why Bar Patrol app and software is so powerful. Besides being able to count your inventory fast, do all your ordering and all that, in this case, because it tracks your variance, there's nowhere for the profits to hide. So let's take a quick look at a variance report on the Bar Patrol online dashboard so you can visualize what I'm talking about. And if any of this gets you excited, you can go to barpatrol.net, go to the schedule a demo tab, and we do a screen share demo where we walk you through the entire software. You can ask questions and all that, and you can get this system in your bar for $1.63 per day. That's nothing. I mean, you wouldn't even bend over to pick that up on the sidewalk if you saw it sitting there. I mean, you might. I mean, I probably would, but still. $1.63 per day. Let's go to the dashboard. So let's go over a variance report really quick. This is the Bar Patrol dashboard. The cool thing about our variance report is that we show all three metrics that I've been talking about. So we show where you are at, where you should be at, and the variance percentage. So let's run a variance report here. This one's for the week in this example. So we run variance report for the week to see how this bar did. And here you have 4 tabs, but we're just going to look at 2 of them. The variance overview breaks it down by category. It tells how much the POS sales are, how much was rang in, how much was used, how much money was lost here, and then the overall variance percentage. This one's at 28%. So this is when you first go into a bar and the bartenders don't even know they're being monitored. So that's a horrible percentage for this bar. But if we go into the results tab, here's where it breaks it down by every single product. So this is mega valuable here. You can go inside and look at this, and you can show it to the bartenders and say what's going on. And if they know they're being watched, the numbers shrink like crazy. So let's look at Tito's really quick. This place rang in 30 Tito's. They pour 1.5 ounces, so they should have poured 45 ounces. They poured almost 61 ounces. They're 16 ounces short. They're 12 ounces short on wholesale. Retail, they lost $79. So here's where they're at with Tito's, but here's where they should be. Okay, so there's those 2 numbers. They're 5% off on cost percentage. And then the variance percentage is what's physically missing. They're missing 35% of their Tito's. Okay, so that's huge. We want to get this number down to about 5%, all these numbers. So basically every third Tito's is free. All right, sell 2, give 1 away. Sell 2, give 1 away. You can take this to your bartender and say, what the hell's going on? We got to bring the numbers down. It comes down like magic. It's amazing. So, I recommend getting something like this in your bar so you can really see what's going on in your business. Super valuable. There you go. That's going to do it for the day. Hopefully after watching this video, you can see why variance percentage is the alpha dog and pour cost percentage, though still necessary, is the prison bitch in this scenario. Hope that's not too crude for you, but this is the bar business, so grow a pair. And finally, I want to thank Barry, the dirty bird out of Atlanta. Most of you won't get that reference, but thanks for the question. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more cool stuff. Visit me at barpatrol.net if you really want to take control of your business. I will see you next time. I'm out.